Alright, now that you have your script written, you also need the voiceover. You need someone to read the actual script, so you need the audio for your video. And there are 3 different ways you can go around this. The first option is to just record your own voice, and that is the free option. So I will be giving you free options and paid options as well. So the first option is to just record your own voice, which is in most of the cases absolutely free, and I will show you ways to go around this without investing any money. The second option is both free and paid, and that's to use the text-to-speech software. Now, right from the start, I want to tell you that I do not recommend you do this if you want to get approved for monetization, because YouTube will most likely never approve your channel for monetization. You will never be approved into the YouTube partner program, and you will not be able to run ads on your videos. So this is only if you want to maybe just run some YouTube channel where you're specifically just promoting affiliate offers or print to demand or any other type of offers. Even though I know a couple of channels that are still monetized even by using text-to-speech software, like they've been monetized for the past couple of years, I still don't recommend it, because in most of the cases your channel will not be even approved in the first place if you're using text-to-speech. So remember, this second option is only if you just want to promote some products, or if you want to do brand deals or anything else other than the YouTube partner program and other than running ads in your videos. So you won't be able to make, probably you won't be able to make any money from ads if you use text-to-speech software, but you will still be able to promote something else. And I will show you both free and paid options. So I will give you the free software first, and then I will show you which is the paid option and what you can do with the paid option. Then the third way to get your voiceover done is to obviously just hire a voiceover, to hire a freelancer to read the script for you and to deliver those scripts on a daily or monthly or weekly basis. So let us begin with the option number 1, which is recording your voice. And how can you do it for free? Because in most of the cases, good quality microphones cost anywhere from $100 to $200 if you want to get a good quality, good audio quality. And I actually recommend you invest a little bit in audio. Like, it's really gonna pay off if you're gonna do it yourself, if you're gonna be reading those scripts yourself. It's super important that you have a really high quality audio files and really high quality voiceovers. But if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to invest into microphones right from the start, or you're not able to invest, you don't have money to invest into those expensive microphones, what you can simply do is you can start with your phone. Yes, and it's actually possible. You can just pull up your phone and record those voiceovers on your phone. And I want to show you something. This is my setup from years ago. This is when I was starting out, and this is also for a personal brand channel. Like, this looks super funny. I mean, I was not only recording my voice with an actual phone, with a smartphone device, but I was also recording my face as well with my smartphone device. So this is for one of my main channels, and you can see I didn't even have enough money to pay for the stand, so I was using this, it looks so bad, and you can see there is no microphone around. I was just using my $100 smartphone device, something that I was already using on a daily basis. I just used it also to record my voiceovers. So this quite literally required no investment. But if you can, then I highly recommend you invest a little bit, even in some basic microphones, and trust me, it's gonna pay off. It's a lot better if you are able to invest a little bit of money in your audio quality. But even if you don't want to do it, or you don't have enough money for those microphones, yes, you can definitely start with just a smartphone device only. And if you're using your phone to record your voice, there are lots of different apps which you can install for absolutely free in both App Store and Google Play Store. So just search for them and you will be able to come across lots of them, which are pretty simple to use. You just open them up, you install them, you open them up, you start recording your voice, and you have the voiceover. But if you're using your computer, how you can get started by recording those voiceovers for free is you can install Audacity. So you can just search for Audacity. This is something that I personally use. It's absolutely free. So you can go to download, search for Audacity, click download, and you can download and install it to your computer, no matter whether you have Windows, Mac, or Linux. It literally requires 2 minutes to set up. And this is pretty much how it's gonna look like once you install it in like 2 minutes. You can just start recording your voice by clicking on this button right here. It's gonna pick up everything that you say in your microphone. It's gonna keep on recording. As you can see, it records everything that I'm saying. And now I can pause this, I can go to File, I can go to Export, and I can export as MP3 or any other file that I prefer. I personally use MP3, and now I have my voiceover. Now, the second option is to use the text-to-speech software, which is once again what I don't recommend you do if you want to get approved into the YouTube Partner Program. You probably won't be able to monetize with ads, but you will be able to monetize in some different ways, and there are literally over 20 different ways like you can monetize a YouTube channel. But the main monetization part of the YouTube Partner Program will probably not be available to you if you use the text-to-speech software, because even though the software which I'm about to share with you are really good and they pretty much have natural sounding voiceovers, YouTube still has its ways to find that it's actually a bot, that it's actually a software and not an actual human being reading the script. So the first option and the free option is to use the IBM text-to-speech. So you will land on this page. This is the IBM text-to-speech software, and I will leave a link to it either below or above this lesson, so you can just click on it and go to this page. And first of all, you can adjust everything. You can adjust the language, so you can select the language. I will be using English, obviously. The dialect, you can also select that. I will be using American, and you can select the voice, whether you want it to be female, male, whether you want it to be read by Kevin, Lisa, Michael. You can select quite literally everything here. You can customize the speed and you can adjust the pitch. I will be using Kevin because for me, I think that's the best option with this free text-to-speech software. Like Kevin works the best. So here we have some sample text and I will be using the default settings. So let's play the voice to hear how it's gonna sound.
Conscious of its spiritual and moral heritage, the Union is founded on the indivisible, universal values of human dignity, freedom, equality, and solidarity. It is based on the principles of democracy and the rule of law. It places the individual at the heart of its activities by establishing the citizenship of the Union and by creating an area of freedom, security, and justice.
As you can see, it's not that robotic, but it's still, you can still notice that it's not an actual human being. So basically how this would work is you would either just type in your script in this box, or you would just paste your script directly in this box and play the voice and then just download it to your computer as the MP3 file. And the second option is a little bit better and it gives you more settings, but it requires a small investment. So let me show you how that's gonna work. So you would basically log into this software and here you will be able to paste your script or even just write that script inside of the software itself. And here on the right hand side you have all sorts of different settings, so you can select languages, and I also run a channel in Spanish because I was using this software, but once again I'm not monetizing with ads. Keep that in mind. You probably won't be able to get approved into the YouTube Partner Program if you're using text-to-speech software, but either way you can see, you can select the accent, Ireland, Indian, Welsh, Finnish, a language, French, German, Greek. So you can start a channel in all of these different languages right here. So you can select anything you want to. You have different voices on the right hand side. You can select whether you want it to be standard or AI voice, which is artificial intelligence, and which is something that I personally prefer to use. You can select that tone, whether you want it to sound normal, friendly, or the serious tone. You can select everything right here, and you can select the person on the right hand side. So let's say, for example, I will be using Andrew for this example, and for Andrew we are not able to adjust whether we want the friendly tone, serious tone, or anything along those lines, but I will still be using Andrew as an example. So what I can do is I can type in something right this is the sample voiceover. Make sure to use as many commas as you can and add and create different paragraphs. And now we can first preview the voiceover to see how it sounds before we generate the actual voiceover. So I'll preview this, listen to this, wait until it loads.
This is the sample voiceover. Make sure to use as many commas as you can. And
this is a preview. For full.
And as you can see, it sounds a little bit better than the previous software. Let's try some different voiceovers. Let's try with Summer. This is a female voiceover. I haven't used this one before, so this is the first time that I'm hearing Summer. So we will preview the voiceover.
This is the sample voiceover. Make sure to use as many commas as you can. And
I don't really like this one, so I wouldn't really use this voiceover. So let's try with Rachel maybe. Preview the voiceover.
This is the sample voiceover. Make sure to use as many commas as you can.
As you can see, this is the keyed voiceover. We also have that, like Rachel is the keyed female voiceover. So let's try with Ellie as well. I will preview the voiceover.
This is the sample voiceover. Make sure to use as many commas as you can.
Nah, this was kinda robotic. Let's try with Billy. Billy is the top choice. I will preview.
This is the sample voiceover. Make sure to use as many.
Let's actually try with a friendly tone.
This is the sample voiceover. Make sure to use as many commas as you can. And this is a preview. For full text, click Generate Voiceover.
And as you can see, for full text and for the full voiceover, if you like the preview, you just need to click Generate Voiceover. You wait until that loads for a couple of seconds, you hit OK. And now you can download it by clicking on this button right here. You click download and it's instantly, if you want to add the background music, but I wouldn't really do that here. So just download and it's going to be onto my computer. Here is the voiceover. Here's the audio file which I can use. So once again, just paste your script in this box or just write it yourself. Adjust all the settings, play around with different voices, play around with genders, play around with accents, and whatever you find to work the best for your channel, just use that. Generate voiceover and download it to your computer. And now the third option is to get it all done for you, to get the voiceover created for you by a freelancer, by a voiceover artist from a freelancing platform like Fiverr, Upwork, Freelancer, TrueLancer, peopleperhour.com, and so on. And you can actually monetize these voiceovers, so it's not like text to speech. So even though it's not your own voiceover, you will still be able to get approved into the YouTube Partner Program, and I have countless of YouTube channels that are approved and monetized with voiceovers from voiceover artists coming from freelancing platforms like Fiverr and other freelancing websites. So let's go to Fiverr so I can show you real life examples of how you should find a voiceover artist. So if you go to fiverr.com and you search for YouTube voiceover, that's gonna give you currently over 14,000 different services available. And this is great. The competition is super high, so professionals will be willing to put their prices at lower rates and provide services for a lot cheaper in order to stand out. So you can definitely reach out to hundreds and hundreds of different voiceover artists, negotiate those deals, and find the best one for your own channel. Just explain them that you're here for a long-term project, explain them that your project will last for 6+ months because you want to build an actual business around the YouTube channel, and they will, in most of the cases, be willing to put the prices a little bit down. Now, the prices really vary on Fiverr. Like, you can definitely find a single voiceover for like 8 to 10 minutes for $5, but on the other side, some people literally charge hundreds of dollars for their voiceover services. And in most of the cases, if you find the right freelancer, they will provide a really high quality voiceovers. Like, they have an actual studio, they're doing it the right way, everything is perfect, and they're charging like $5 to $10. Or their goal was to charge like $50 to $60, but you're using the negotiation tactics from the previous lesson, and so you got the deal for like $5 or $10 per voiceover. The lowest I went with the voiceover from Fiverr.com was $8 per script for 30 scripts per month, and all of them were for videos that are 8 to 10 minutes long. So that was the best deal that I ever got, and the voiceovers were really good. So I highly recommend you go and reach out to as many freelancers. So don't rush to hire the first one you see. You're just excited because you saw it sounds really good. No, but create a list of like hundreds of different voiceover artists that you reached out to and find the best one and negotiate the best deal for yourself. Because if you're using this for a long-term project, then you want to make sure it's the right voiceover artist that is always delivering on time, so your videos won't be late, and just try to get the best price possible.